Shout out to all my broke people. For the very low cost of a like, a comment, and a subscription, you could save the life of a YouTuber. Anyway, we got that reaction for mom angry at baby dad for bringing food for his kid only instead of all four. Now, apparently, I seen part of it on Instagram. Apparently, this lady was mad. She said she was going to expose the baby dad because he brings food for his child every day. But she said she has four children. One is his, the other three is someone else's or somebody else's, some other people's kids. It's at least another baby dad. Anyway, she's pissed off. She said that the other kids are being left out. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's up. Hold on. All right, here we go.
Every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kid?
He forgot about her other kids. Not his kids, her kids, but he forgot about them.
How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose.
Look, there you go.
So people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. Yeah. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you.
She exposing you because you bogus as hell, bruh. You ain't feeding other people kids. Come on, man, stop that shit.
What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
She has a point there. I don't care what you say. That's his kids' siblings. And if they're feeling resentment because their dad is taking care of them, because the child's dad is taking care of that child and not the other ones, that will affect your child. She definitely has a point there. But at the end of the day, you had them damn kids. Hold on, let me just finish this real quick.
What are you talking about? What are you mad
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I
He
give
said
my
you
food
ain't feed
stamps to
them?
the 7.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your?
He said, I help out. I'm trying to help my son. I ain't trying to help out. I'm trying to help my child out, not no other kids.
Son, where you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings. Them are his siblings though. He not finna eat it for no.
He said you had them fucking kids. You had them fucking kids.
His other siblings that they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car.
No. He's not finna eat that at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I can bring my son food? I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb?
He said you sound fucking dumb. He pointing at the camera too. He said bring him out. He said let my son eat with me, and then he can go back in there so the other kids ain't gotta watch him eat.
You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are their daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
Three kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What
Yeah,
do I look like?
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the I did.
Yes, you did.
You expect me to take care of all the kids? They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Okay, now we got a little more information. She said had kids with other people. meaning there's at least 2 other baby dads, possibly 3. For 4 kids, it's at least 3 baby dads. Wow.
Because I'm exposing. Everybody think you such a motherfucking
I'm
good
exposing
dad. No, you're not.
She said, I'm exposing you. Everybody thinks you're a good dad. He said, I am a good dad.
No, you're not. You're full of shit. And this you only come here with one.
You're full of
piece
shit.
Food
And you
for
bogus.
one child.
That child, that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed.
He killed me with that one. He said, the child that's mine, silly. He killed me with that one. You silly fucking goofball. I am a good dad. I'm a bad dad because I ain't taking care of your other children. Because I'm not taking care of other people's kids.
Nobody at all there. He can't take that. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had 1 or 2, I can maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the? You all like go to my account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, though.
I like the fact that he gave her some concession. He said if it was 1 other child, he might do it. But he said it's 4 of them in total. That's a lot more. If it was just 2 kids, it might not be as big of it might not. He could do it because it wouldn't be too taxing on his finances for 1 more kid. But it's 4 kids in total.
Dumb.
So that's
She called him dumb.
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
So that means
Yeah. So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the
Lisa.
Babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel the way about eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the
Send him
room.
down to the car. He ain't even got to eat in front of his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me.
No. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here.
Bro.
Give it here.
Kids,
Give it here.
You sound stupid.
Done.
She said, thank you, give it here. And threw it on the ground. She called him a dumb what?
He ain't eating this.
Kids,
Give it here.
You sound stupid.
Done. He ain't eating
Sound like she said dumb bitch. He ain't eating this shit. And my other kids don't get to eat.
this. You.
Why don't you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Selfish as a. Like, you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that. Dumb.
Take care of him anyway.
Dumb. He not finna do it. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them.
If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Golly. I'm glad I watched that because I only saw a piece of it. I didn't see the whole. She threw the damn drink on the ground. Boof! Drink exploded on the ground. Oh, man. I bet she had good throat game. Probably. All them damn kids she got plenty of experience. Part 2 is the best part. When you bring food when you bring food, it's for all, for one, and when you bring food, it's all for one and one for all. I guess so. I like the part where he said silly. Yeah, he said silly. That was fun. He killed me with that one. Yo, she said he brings his son food every other day. Even more so, because she said every day, he said every other day. So it's probably somewhere in between. Meaning, most days, he's coming seeing his son and bringing him something to eat. Right? And she said, you got everybody out here thinking you're a good father, but you ain't taking care of my other children. And he said, I'm taking care of mine. Okay, now this is how I feel about the situation. I feel that she has to have mental issues. I don't think she has to have mental issues for that. Because I think she's just going by emotions. But I do think she has a point that She has other children. Those other children is his child's siblings, right? Now, if his child is being, like she said, that he's not a good father, that's definitely wrong. Because the only problem she's talking about is this. You know what I mean? And she's saying that him being good to his son is going to cause resentment because the other children don't have fathers in their life or whatever, right? Now, that is true. That's definitely true. So, if it was me, when I can, and he brought that point up, when I can, I might do something for the other children. But I don't have the money. You don't know his financial situation. He wasn't driving no Bentley up there. When I can, I might do something for the other children because there's my child's sibling. You know what I mean? Or if we go out, I might bring the other kids with me too. You know what I mean? So everybody can have fun. But at the same time, how far does that extend? And on top of that, that's a nicety. It's not he's only obligated to his child. That's his only obligation. He has to take care of his child. Or I guess he has to, but he doesn't have to. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be taking care of his child. You know what I mean? And he does. He's not obligated to take care of those other children. So she has to figure it out. The guy brought up another good point. He said, where are the other baby fathers? Where's the other? Right. Maybe you should hit them up and say, yo, one of my baby fathers is doing right by his child. Can you guys do right by your children? Maybe she should say that to the other baby fathers, right? And also, maybe like she should look at how she picked these guys that she with. She's not with any of them. You know what I mean? She had a baby by all of them, not with any of them. You know what I mean? At least one of them is doing what he's supposed to do by his child. So that's good. And on top of that, sometimes you got in life, you just got a tough pill you just got to swallow. Like, oh, my children, they're not going to have, one of my children is going to be treated well and the other children are going to grow up, shitty lives. That ain't his fault. He didn't do that. And who says he got all that damn money be bringing 4 motherfucking kids food every day? He ain't got that type of money. Come on, man, stop it. Okay, 4 Happy Meals, 22. Yeah, $22 every other. Nah. She said, I don't get my stamps till such a. Now, he could, buy groceries and bring it to the crib, you know what I mean? But even that's expensive. That'll get expensive. She got to deal with the fact that she chose some bad fathers. Well, except for one. She chose all the other fathers she chose. Let's keep it real. A lot of the women that do that, they know what the hell they're getting into. And they'll sit there and keep talking about the guy this, and the guy is a piece of crap. But you knew that when you got with him and you kept saying, I'm going to change him. Oh, man, my pussy's so good, it's going to change him. Oh, damn, I know he a piece of garbage, but damn, he's so cute. You know what you getting into. 9 out of 10 times they know what they getting into. And then they want people to feel sorry for him later on. Nah. If you knew, unless he literally did a 180, which most of the time I don't see him doing 180s. They do what? They do fucking 10. You know what I'm saying? They act a little bit nicer when they first meet you. And then they might turn by 10 degrees. Not 100. It ain't a full complete turnaround. Okay, that's a 20-degree turn. You know what I mean? He wasn't knocking the fuck out of you when, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't beating you up when he first met. But everything else he was doing, let's keep it real. Stop playing with you. Stop playing with it. Like this one guy, when I first heard it, I was actually mad at him. But then I started realizing he was right. He said if you with a guy and his name start with Big or Lil, he said you deserve for your house to be raided every other month. You deserve for your car to be used in the drive-by. You deserve to be, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Whatever go along with you know what I'm saying? You getting with that piece of garbage, that's what you get. When I first heard that, I was like, damn, that's kind of. Then I started realizing, yo, I started seeing, like, I was looking at my friends, stuff like that. I'm like, yo, they doing all this dumb shit for these guys. I'm like, yo, you know he a piece of garbage. I just seen something like that happen. Dude did this, this, and this. And she's like, oh, no, I can't help it. I can't help. So it's on you. Most of the times it's on them. Most of the time, it's on the guy too, because obviously they're a piece of garbage. But I'm saying most of the time you could have avoided that situation and you chose not to. It's like you leaving your bike in front of the fucking corner store and then you come back and it's missing. You like, oh, that thief's a piece of garbage. Yes. But why would you leave your bike in front of a fucking store unlocked? You know what I'm saying? Let's not leave that part out. You opened yourself up for that attack. You know what I mean? By the same dudes too. Yeah, so, right. She just got to deal with the fact that she had all them kids. She said, well, he knew what he was getting into when he got with her. Well, if he would have got with her, right, she would have 3 kids. If he didn't get with her, she would have 3 kids with nobody helping at all. You know what I mean? He got to do for his child. That's it. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? Talk to the other fathers. You know what I'm saying? It's an unfortunate event, and I would encourage somebody who's in that situation if they're the baby father, or if it's the other. Well, let me just say that later on. I would encourage somebody if they're the baby father to do what you can if you can, because those are your child's siblings. Helping your child's siblings will help your child a little bit, at least to some degree. But what if the shoe was on the other foot? What if he had a bunch of kids and he had a child with her, and she was going to see her child? Would she be feeding all them other kids that he got? Would she feed his 3 other children because they're the sibling of her child? Would she do that? Come on, let's keep it real. I highly doubt it. And let's be honest, with most men, we would not expect that. We going into it thinking, okay, she just going to come see her child, and that's it. We are not expecting her to take care of nobody else's child. Maybe if she there, hang out with the other child, laugh and joke, stuff, whatever the fuck it is. But actually be financially, nah. I hope when you have Mean Jr., he doesn't have a mama like that. I hope so too. But I'm going to keep it real. There are some people who don't have much options other than having baby, co-parents like that, because there's not too many people like them. They might have been only one person. Like, I know the one dude, he was jacked up. Only one girl liked him, and she was doing him dirty. If you'd have left her, he just wouldn't have anybody. So I can understand why he was going through what he was going through. He had much options. Okay, you have to watch her response too. I didn't see her full response. I turned it on and I cut it off. I gotta watch it though. She has to have mental issues. I don't know about the response video. Maybe so, but just from the video I just showed, nah. A lot of people just go off emotions and move like that. She's like, my kids ain't gonna be watching my other child eating. Doom through the shit. She shouldn't be mad at him though. Expose the other kids' fathers instead. That's true. It should be more exposing them because they're doing nothing. It should be more exposing them. She exposed herself. Yup. She's been ran through by the whole city. Not the whole city, just 4 people. Ran through. She's a run through. Okay, a RT. Okay. Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Be a McDonald heir. Okay. One lady told me, if you're trying to date a woman with kids, you have to take care of the other children too. If you're in a relationship with a woman and she has those children, then now at that point you're stepdad. So yeah, you are responsible for them kids. I don't know to what extent, but yes, those are your children too. Like if you're with the woman, yeah. If I'm with her and we together, then those are my kids too. They're your stepkids. And it should be the same way the other way around. But usually I don't think the women are held to those standards. Women, they're held to the standard of take care of your own kids. I don't think they're held to the standard of take care of somebody else's kids. She kept asking me for money for her kids. I'm off that. She overstepped her bounds when she did that to you. She tried to force you to feed all them kids and all that. Who said you got the money for all that? You know what I mean? So she was overstepping her bounds. All right. She does have a point, though. If you're with her, you're stepdaddy. Well, if you are in a relationship with her, then yeah. If everything goes well, you will become family. So you would have to take care of the babies at that point. Yeah, but I still, even if you're the stepdad, I don't know how much responsibility do you have. Because what about the real father? Are they contributing? You know what I mean? I don't know if you should be held to the same. Definitely your stepfather, you should be responsible for the kids. But I don't know if it should be to the same level as if it's your biological child. But at the same time, if you got one biological child with them and then you got another child that's not yours, are you going to be like playing favoritism with your child? That's kind of messed up. So, that's a sticky situation. But look, the women be saying that, but here's the problem. The women will say that in a minute, and they right. But does it work when the shoe is on the other foot? Do the women start buying the kids food and stuff like that when it's the man's child and he had children outside the relationship? Does that? I've seen one girl do that, and that's only because she wanted to get back with the baby dad. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, do the women hold themselves up to that standard? It's usually not that case. It's usually not the case where guys come around like, yo, I want to drop my other kids off on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They're saying that, and they're right, but usually it's not happening. Usually they got their own kids. You know what I mean? People say that shit when they know they don't have to deal with it. Now, if they had to deal with it, I don't know if they would be singing the same tune. You know what I mean? Okay, I'd rather have no kids or woman than that. You say that, but some people, they get so lonely and they be, deprived and lonely and sad and just miserable for so long, they ain't got no choice. They just like, fuck it, let me just take what I can get. And it's true. And sometimes that is the better decision. It's better to be in a bad relationship than not be in a relationship at all in some instances. So for instance, if you're like so depressed that you barely can work, you just fucked up, you're contemplating suicide, look, fuck it. It's better that you be pissed off in a toxic relationship where you're not thinking about suicide than it is if you're just lonely and you're literally like, what's the problem when you got mental problems and start getting physical? What the fuck is it called? Psychosomatic problems or whatever, something like that. But yeah, it could affect you. It depends on how bad it's affecting you. Like a lot of people that say that, I'd rather not be in a relationship. I'd rather be lonely than be in a relationship, blah, blah, blah. People that say that usually are not single for long. They say that knowing that at some point they'll get another relationship. But the people that do that, they've been single for 5 years, 6 years, no sex, 3-4 years and stuff. Those are the people. That's a different situation. That's an extreme situation, meaning extreme. Desperate time calls for desperate measures, and that's true. He might need to get into a bad relationship just to keep from killing himself. Now, once he gets stable enough, he leaves a toxic relationship and then be single again. Okay, my mistake. Not the whole city, just the whole block. Yeah, right. It's just a whole block. Okay. What's the most amount of kids a woman will have for you to be with her? You mean what's the most amount of kids a woman can have before I say I won't be with her? I think that's what he means. Like, what's the maximum amount of children I would be in a relationship? I mean, I would be in a relationship with a bunch of children. See, I messed it up. What's the maximum amount of children what's the maximum amount of children a woman can have for me to be in a relationship with her? 3? Say 3. Same thing, same amount as that guy, and then he had one by her. But I don't want a woman with children. But If I had to, I think the maximum I would take is 3. Hopefully they grown or something like that. Get a damn gilf or something like that and they grown. You don't got to worry about them. Okay, Mean, watch those tiny desks. No excuse. I am. I already started off on the Usher one. I seen him sitting there with some people behind him. Okay, maybe R. Kelly can do a tiny desk from jail. Maybe so. Hey, get some commissary. It might sound more raw bone in the slammer. More raw done in the slammer. I don't know what that means. I get the mom's point. If it messes up the relationship between the kids if only one of them eating. Yes. But it messes up all the kids anyway if they're not eating anyway. So all of them just not eat? You know what I mean? But I don't know. So you're going to hold back one child because the other children. You need to take care of them children. You chose to have all of those children. All those children was your choice. You know what I'm saying? I get them. Okay, hell no. I'd rather be alone than be in a toxic relationship. You're saying that because you've never been 10 years by yourself. You know at some point you can get in a relationship with somebody, you know, within a reasonable amount of time. I'm not talking about just, you know, the average person. I'm talking about these super lonely people. I'm talking about desperate people. I'm not talking about you. See, you won't do that, but it makes sense for other people. Everything isn't for everybody. What the choices you make is not necessarily the right choices for me. What I do for myself, which is good for me, might not be good for you. Somebody being in a toxic relationship, it might be better than them being alone because at that point they might be so desperate they might kill themselves. Is it better to be alive or dead? It's better to be alive in a toxic relationship or dead. You choose. You gotta take the other person's circumstances into account when you talk about their life. You can talk about your life. Their life is different. Other people, they need to be in a relationship, even though it's a toxic one, because it's better. It's sort of like using crutches. If I'm using crutches, that's not good. Why? Because my legs work. But what if my legs didn't work? Then I might need to use crutches, right? Me wearing I don't need glasses. My eyes work very, very well. Me wearing glasses would be bad. But for somebody whose eyes are messed up, it's good. Somebody in a relationship who doesn't get relationships, who women, let's say if it's a guy, women avoid him like the plague. He find one girl that likes him and he was depressed and he was ready to commit suicide, then that relationship is good for him. Because it's better. It's not that it's necessarily good, it's just better than the alternative. That is the case sometimes. Okay, I know a woman with a baby dad that wants to be with me, but yet I'm in the same situation. But I really want to start my own family. Same situation. I don't want baby daddy drama. She already got him on child support and he doesn't have a job. He gonna be jacked up. They gonna throw him in jail. I don't want a woman with children. Not trying to waste time on your kids. That's fair. That's fair. 3? Yeah, 3. That's the max. He said max was supposed to be 1. Okay, R. Kelly performance might sound more raw if he performs in the right, because he's working with raw. He ain't got nothing. He ain't got all the special equipment and stuff like that. It's gonna be over the phone. All of Mean's subscribers are Max and players. We can't relate to these losers. Yes, I noticed that. It ain't number of players in my that watch my videos. It really is. It's top notch, cream of the crop guys. I mean, it's all high value men. Everybody that's subscribed to my channel, they're high value. When I talk to a woman, she be soaking wet. Every time she walks, you hear the kitty talk. The world, for Super Savage Spirit, the world smells different to him. Why? Because every time he's around women, it smells different. Like, You might notice, like, damn, it smells like fish up in here. But Super Savage, he doesn't even notice. Because every time he's around them, they just all smell like that because they all dripping. All of them. All of them. He always gets that smell. So he doesn't even notice it. But everybody else around him does. Personally, if I saw someone else's kids getting neglected, I would take care of them. To what extent, though? But that is in no way an obligation. Yes. It's very selfish to expect someone else to take care of your responsibility. Yes. It's not just her responsibility, though. It's her and her children's father's responsibility. But they're not handling it. But he is. He shouldn't get punished for that. Never get. She said, I'm exposed. Everybody gonna know that you're a fucked up dad. And he's like, I am a good dad. He said, I am a good dad. He put his hand on him. He said, I am a good dad. What the fuck you talking about? And she said, no, you're not. You ain't taking care of my other children. Never getting with a woman with kids. Never. Hey, that makes sense. For Morgan, that might work. All of us are high value alpha males. Yeah, including me. Okay, well, I'm getting ready to be high value once I get this money. Okay, and Sigma males. He said Sigma male. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Right. I wonder if there is a level above alpha and sigma. Yeah, mean. Like omega male or something. I don't know. I don't know if omega is above alpha. I don't know. Okay, TK Kirkland said that Red Bull gave Kevin Samuels wings. It's funny, but that's true. Okay, bro, she said he brings food every day for his kids, but somehow she's exposing him for being a bad dad. Being a father ain't only about feeding them, but that's the only thing she was complaining about. And judging from the fact that he does it every day, he sees his child every freaking day, or close to every freaking day. I doubt that he's not. And she said everybody says he's a good father. I doubt this guy could be a bad father. It just doesn't add up. Okay, he's a good dad, but a bad stepdad. Yeah, but he's not with the girl. Okay, go turn on that Usher and T-Pain. I will. Anyway, go ahead, leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that. Peace.